Hello everyone, and welcome to the Virtual Y. My name is Mike, and this is 45 minutes of yoga. I like to teach in a way that hopefully allows you to find what is right for you in poses, in flows, in all things. So, I recommend having props handy. Block or strap sometimes is nice. I'm sitting up on a blanket as well, which can help for padding and for elevation. So, think about those and practice with those to see if they help you out sometimes. This practice is meant to be what we call lunar, all right? So talk about that a little bit as we go, but calming, we're gonna start on our back in a way that we embody the qualities of the moon. Come on back. Separate the feet, put the knees together, and put your hands on your belly. And so what are the qualities of the moon? Begin to breathe more deeply. In the yoga tradition, it sits at the third eye, also at the low belly. And it's a quality of cooling, of reflection. Taking a deeper breath in and a deeper breath out. Thinking about the quality of light that the moon has. It reflects the light of the sun and has none of its heat. Maybe a little bit slower. We'll do a variety of poses today, but try to keep these things in mind. We'll also be doing what's called a moon salutation. But this deeper breath in and out helps us to become more present, connected to the body. You might even feel the belly move with your hands. Just establishing that good in-place being to begin with. And we're going to start with a gentle flow. It'll be a bridge, and you want to be able to touch your heels, okay? At least a little bit. What we'll do is we'll take a nice smooth inhale, bring the hips up and the arms up too, and the same smooth exhale. Now, I don't want you to rush. Please, maybe choose a 4 or 5 counts in, and 4 or 5 counts out. And I want you to time it so the hands and hips and exhale are finishing. As you inhale, that inhale, hands up and hips up are finishing, same time. And that's practicing concentration. Now, on the next one, let's pull on one aspect of this. And when you exhale, I want you to drag it out. Drag it out longer than 4, okay? I'm gonna do that again. And I want you to notice what change happens when you drag out your exhale. Time everything, concentrate. Do one more. Inhale. So we're still warming, but bringing this long exhale into the picture should have a little soothing quality. And then let's go ahead, take the knees in, maybe one hand at each knee, and make giant circles with each one. You can feel a little massage for the low back. You can feel a little compression in the belly to wake up our power there, and then go the other direction as well. So a number of flowing workouts today, warm-ups I should say. And then give me a nice big hug here. Bring the chin towards the chest, and maybe you make a little wheel out of yourself a couple times, forward and back, and come onto all fours. So if you need more padding here, you could throw a blanket underneath. But let's just start here with some simple yogi push-ups. Inhale, all right, and then exhale. It's a couple times, inhale. You want to keep your elbows pointing back as much as you can. Inhale, come forward. That's to develop strength a little bit, and do it again. Develop a little bit more strength by keeping the arms wrapped into the body. All right, when you're starting out, let's come all the way out here to a full plank pose. Hold that for a sec. Draw the shoulders back. And again, feel like you're pointing your elbows back a little bit. As you gain strength, you may feel like you need to keep the arms and elbows wider, but work towards this. Take an inhale, exhale, tiny bend, inhale up, exhale, push back. Let's do that a couple times. I'm gonna keep adding on to this. Inhale, come forward, tiny bend in the elbows, close to the body. Inhale, press, exhale back. Start to feel the whole hand pressing, okay? You may have tendencies where you want to press in just to one part of it. Let's pause here in a melting heart. Keep the hands where they are. Drop the forehead, compress the belly with the legs. Maybe even give a little bit of a bounce. Good, let's come forward. Now, exhale, come part way down and release to the floor totally. And give me a nice little cobra here. Take the shoulders, give them a little bit of a roll. So we won't be doing a full sun salutation today in lieu of the moon salutation. Go the other way in those circles. So I want to get out some of this movement in the beginning. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, come on back. And then we're going to stand up on the knees. Come on up into Thunderbolt. And do some simple flows here. Exhale and bow. As you inhale, salute up, look up. Exhale, come on back. One more. If it's worth doing one time, it's worth doing at least 3. Okay. Good. And then just return to standing on the knees, Thunderbolt. I want to insert a couple lunges here. So take your left foot forward and give me a couple flows here. So keep your foot under your knee, all right? And flow a few times for me. And again, anytime this becomes bothersome for the back knee, please make an adjustment and then hold the lunge. Hold the lunge. Give me even a little bit of a bounce there. A little bit of a bounce. And notice something too. If you tuck your toes, you'll notice that the weight goes on the kneecap, which is a little more stressful. If you can keep it pointed, it takes that away. All right, little bounce. Nice. Let's go ahead, come back to all fours. One more time with the inhale on up. Exhale, come down part way. To the floor, inhale to a nice cobra. Back all the way, exhale, melting heart. Let's stand up on the knees once more again. Nice, inhale and exhale. We're gonna come and do the other lunge now. So take the right foot, the left, whichever you didn't do last time, all right? Your left foot. Give a little bounce. All right, give a little flow. Draw the toes back. You can feel a lot of things warming up in here. We want the joints to feel warm before we put a little bit more work on them. Okay. Finishing up here on the floor, let's go ahead and then just hold and give me just one more pause. Lift your heart, look ahead, all right? Nice. Very carefully tuck your toes and let's stand at the top of the mat. Press your feet firmly into the floor, centered around the center of the foot. Inhale, give me a halfway lift. You press against your legs, shoulder blades drop back, glance forward. Take an inhale there. Exhale, melt, melt, melt. Wherever you had activity before, now have just let go. The head is heavy, neck is long. And you're playing with warming up the backs of those legs still, trying to get them a little straighter. Beautiful. Let's go ahead, lift your heart, bend your knees, gather this all up, and then come back down. Hands right here in the center, but then draw them down to the bottom of your breastbone a little bit. All right, we're gonna start with another warm up here for the digestion. Also good for abdominals. Place your hands on your legs and stand on it. So you see this, my elbows are straight. Agni Sara, inhale here, big, big. Exhale through the mouth, draw the belly in and up. Do that again. Inhale, stretch the front side. Exhale. Again. And then see if you can hold that and draw it in and up more. Oh my goodness, yes. Release and stretch. And then stand back up. So maybe notice a little bit of that excitement that comes with that. Let's take a little bit of a wider stance. Knees and toes come out to 45 degrees. And inhale up, give me a big star. And then we trace this big circle shape and make a moon, all right? So of course we gotta use anything that has a moon component if we're doing a lunar class, right? Good, if you like a little bit more activity, you can add more to it. Give me a couple more. Beautiful. And then can you step to the top of the mat with intention? Hands back down to heart center. And if that didn't feel real smooth, feel free to do it over again, all right? Practice getting really nice on those feet. Let's inhale, come on up, and give just a gentle lean over to the right, okay? Inhale, come on up. I encourage you to go up in between. Exhale, over to the other side. Let's do one more. Inhale up. You could also guide your arm like so. All right, inhale up. Exhale, guide your arm. Nice. One more time here. Let's exhale, come all the way down, forward fold. Halfway lift, press those shins away. Exhale, forward fold. Hold here, maybe grab the elbows, maybe hold at ankles or calves. Get a little deeper. Allow the legs to compress the belly, navel in and up. Beautiful. From here, let's step your left foot back, way back, and on the center line, all right? And then come on up. Find yourself very, very broad. All right, so we're gonna start our standing poses here. Give me a couple test bends. So my feet are pretty much center aligned on the mat. And when I test bend here, the knee goes out over the foot. Remember that knee only wants to bend one direction. Spread the wings, and we're gonna test the limits of this thigh, so you take a break when you need to. But from here, reach and bend, reach and bend, reach and bend, kind of till you can't go anymore. Land your elbow, forearm. Then options, this is side angle, come on up, maybe over. Now, press into your back heel and your fingertips to create that beautiful long line. If you like to go deeper with this, that bottom hand could go down to the floor or on a block, but let's keep strong and not dump into it, okay? My abs are on, even though I'm supported, my obliques are on to keep me at this angle. Good, let's go ahead and rise back up again. Give that leg a moment's break, all right? Maybe give the shoulders a quick break. And we're gonna do 3 poses in this, for this thigh. Inhale, practicing where you're at. Same thing, we're gonna go back into this, knee over toes, and be really, really broad. So, hand goes over knee, eye goes over hand, and then look back. Is this about 180 behind you? Good, and then our eye gaze goes towards the front hand. Eye gaze goes towards the front hand, challenging ourselves to maintain our concentration while there's a fair amount of work going on. That's yoga, brain training. Okay, let's go ahead, straighten and let go. So I'm putting you through it. But again, you can come back to this class as many times as you need to and strengthen. This time, let's take that right arm up high, take the left hand to search for the opposite hip behind you. Now, lift on up, open your ribs. This could be your pose. Kind of a reverse triangle, or if you want to go back into the warrior legs, be my guest. Reverse warrior here. Oh, I used to have a teacher who would say this hand up here is like a shower of cool diamonds. Little back bend if you're so inclined. Remember, you can keep this as gentle as you need, coming out. Let's go ahead and level off. And with agility, I want you to practice step to the top of the mat, okay? So if you found yourself, I teach this in class a lot, if you found yourself just going, let's try to break that habit. Let's always transition mindfully, okay? And develop your body awareness around that. We're gonna do a balance inserted here. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, dive down. Now, some of us might like to use a block. You're gonna stand on your right leg. See how I've got a kind of a nice tabletop position here? Stand on the right leg and start extending the left back behind you. Now this is called 3-point stance. Squeeze, squeeze, and point away. It's really about strengthening the backside of the body. Now, if you want to graduate from that, you can definitely have hands to the floor and start to let the head come towards the leg as you continue to cantilever up. Standing, quote unquote, splits, right? I'm never going to be in splits, but I still like to practice this as best I can. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and put that foot back down side by side. Hang for just one moment. Give a nice exhale. Beautiful. And then lift on up through the heart. Gather it all up. Return through heart center. Nice. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Just so that I'm more visible, I'm gonna go and change ends. You're gonna take the left foot forward, right foot back. All right, setting up for all this lunge business. Knee over toe, very center aligned on the feet. Nice and long. Okay, the first one is side angle. So we reach and bend as far as you can. Support, but create strength here too. Up or long, okay? Use everything. Using obliques, shoulders, thighs, feet. The feet have got you as well. Fixing your eye gaze, you can look past, you can do a little turn to the head, look under the arm. All right, beautiful. Come on up, give a little break. Give those arms a break too, okay? And then we're gonna go back into it when you're ready. Everything really broad. Knee over toe, hand over knee, eye gaze over hand. Maybe I check my 180. All right. Gaze beyond the front fingers, or even to the emptiness of the palm. Again, a good symbol for really the goal of yoga is that, clear, calm, more empty, less attached mind, okay? Even when you're sweating, that's the deal. Nice, let's go ahead and straighten and give another break, all right? And we're gonna go on to that reverse again. So you're gonna bring that left arm up, create some space. The other arm comes back behind you. And you can stay here for a reverse triangle or deepen again. Lifting through the ribs, exhaling back. Smooth breathing too. Sometimes I neglect to say, but that smooth, even inhale, exhale goes through the whole practice. And as you become more experienced, it'll be natural. Okay, let's ease out and then just take a moment at the side. Okay. We need to do that other balance, that 3-point stance. So this one will be on the left leg. And if you like, you can just build sort of a tabletop here where the hands are under the shoulders and feet are under the hips. So if you want to balance in the left leg, play with that right starting to lift on up. All right. Good squeeze, very good for back strengthening. And if you want, it can deepen over time. Oh, goodness. Let's take that back down and stand back up one more time just to kind of reset. All right. And then we're going to come on down. We're going to take a low squat. Now, some people that's going to bother the knees, so do your best. But I want to show you something. You can do a version of this that's different if you put a support under your heels. So you could either roll up your mat or give yourself this. So normally I would say if we're gonna come low squat, your feet are gonna be hip distance and you come on down and then you keep the feet flat. Now, but today I need our feet closer together. So if I put my feet closer together, I can't really keep them flat as well. I feel really out of balance. So I'm gonna use this feet closer together, lift them up. It helps us do this different kind of pose. So let's just start with a nice malasana here, a nice low squat. Lift the heart. Exhale, lower your hips. All right. And then here is this is also called garland. Why is it called garland? Well, because you can do this. You could come in between, reach around, and find the heels in some way. So you have weight coming forward, you're balancing weight coming back. It's really challenging to do this without the stability under your heels, which is why I asked you to try to do that. Okay. Nice. Let's go ahead and find just a cooling moment in a child's pose. Two options. You could have knees together, toes together, or knees wide. Knees together or wide. You can definitely take two fists and support your forehead as well. Just go ahead and stay there for a moment before we move on. And then we're going to come onto our fronts, all right? So let's go for some kind of bow practice today. So a bow practice, you can do a one-sided where you put one hand in front, all right? Kick up the opposite heel and reach. If that's you, put that together now. Otherwise, I'm gonna go ahead and try two, holding at the ankles, okay? And notice here, I've got kind of a flexed foot. It's active, and the balls of the foot reach up. Inhale to any amount. If you are one-sided, you can also do any amount of lift, or you can just kind of chill and keep the back bend at a light place. But, okay, if you're one-sided, I want you to change sides. Please put the other arm in front, reach back, string the bow on the other leg. Nice lift. Don't let the head fall, but don't crane. Right? Breathe, steady, breathe, breathe, breathe. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, release, release. Face to the side or on your hands. Turn your feet out and just lie. Breathe deeply into the belly. So a few recovery breaths here. And then let's go ahead, press yourself back on up. Find yourself back on the knees. So this next flow is similar to what we did in the beginning, and you can do it like this, or again up here. Inhale. We're just gonna gently twist now. Exhale, you hold the right arm as you look right. All right, inhale, come on up. Slow flow, guys. Exhale, hold the left, look left. So I'm actually moving us towards our moon salutation, which is grab right, look right, which is a flow from standing, but it's meant to be more grounding. So let's take a look at it. None of the poses should be that much of a shock. But again, so if this is lunar, calming, grounded, how do you move back to your feet? I would say mindfully, all right? Coming back up. We know how to go. All right. Now, we'll find ourselves at the top of the mat. Just know that you're gonna be stepping wide, so in a direction that will face me, okay? So you'll be stepping out, whichever way you can step to the right and face me. Let's start with some side bends. So inhale, rise on up, and then exhale, bend to the right. Inhale, up, and exhale, side bend to the left. Think grounding, inhale here. We're no longer building, so much heat. Exhale, find your Tadasana. Then you're gonna step wide. And again, think about how, smooth can you be with all of this? And exhale, find a goddess pose. And maybe we'll pause a couple places along the way. Yes, it keeps moving, but I want it to be with nice, slower breath and with a real sense of reflection. Good. You're gonna go towards the opposite side of the mat. So turn the toes, inhale, and then you're gonna exhale, find me a triangle. Good. Now we're gonna go to pyramid. So inhale, you drop that arm, and maybe step your back foot around a little bit, and exhale, drop forward, pyramid. Now, take your left leg, your back leg, put it down. Give me an inhale here, and exhale, surrender, deepen in the stretch. You're gonna turn back to the side of the mat and give me a big lunge in the side like so. And then creep to the center and give me a nice malasana. We were just here. Now we do the other lunge. Inhale here, you're gonna lunge. I'm lunging to the left, okay, exhale. And we're gonna go in reverse. So then pivot back to where you started, drop the knee. Inhale, try not to get, too bent out of shape. Exhale a little deep, about all of the newness, all right? Step the back foot in. I need pyramid now, so, exhale, drape. We're going in reverse order. I want you to peel that top arm up into a nice triangle, okay? Inhale, exhale. All right, then I'm gonna move back on up to another big star out here. Real time to be mindful and body aware. Exhale, deepen. Now you're gonna step to the top of the mat again. Inhale, arms up, side bend to the left. Inhale, up. Side bend to the right. Up last time. And to Tadasana. And I want you to pause for a moment here. Maybe even dim your vision. So it's a salute I don't do too often, and I want to do it in a class where I'm maybe a little less focused in all of the heat, okay? Just so that I'm not counteracting the effects. Nice. We are gonna come to the floor, so come on up. Again, do you move to the floor mindfully? And how does that look? Let's go ahead and come to sit. Now, if sitting is challenging for you and you feel tight in the hips and the legs, do as I just did. I've got this kind of tri-fold blanket, and it gives you a really great lift. Let's start with a good staff pose here. Legs super long. Shrink wrap them to the floor. Draw up from the pelvic floor. In and up through the navel. In and up through the throat, neck. All right. I just practice having good posture for a moment. Nice. We're gonna do a classic twist here with something fun added on. Let's bend the right leg. Take your right hip back a little bit. And this is a starting point for those who are beginner. You have more openness in your hip, you're gonna cross over. You have even more openness, you're gonna go ahead and bring both legs to bend. My right foot is flat, and this one's tucked in pretty close. All right, be tall. Right hip goes back. Right arm goes back to be a good support. The thing about this twist too is that this knee, you're trying to keep it towards your center line. So that's what the arm's doing, okay? Big hold, bigger hold, up to you, inhale. And then just soften back for a sec. Then I want you to take another breath. Inhale, lean back from your heart. And exhale, soften, gaze back further. No forcing. And I'd like you to settle and come back into a lunar state of mind. What is that? Search for a sense of coolness, calmness in the mind, a place where you can be reflective. A place of healing. And let's go ahead and bring that back easy around. And I'd like to do a mermaid with this too. So you're gonna throw your legs to the right, all right? Tuck one foot in, lift on up. So on this mermaid, let's do it a particular way. I want you to actually lean back at kind of an angle here, all right? Inhale, the arm comes on up, and start by just giving me a little twist back, all right? So I'm actually twisting everything on a straight spine, and yeah, this hip is off the floor, okay? Now, let's go ahead and drop that hand across the front knee. Resist the temptation to do this. Stay nice and long out from the hips. Inhale, lean back from your heart. Exhale, turn into the twist. And then stay twisted, but just take only your eye gaze over the front shoulder. And look a little in and up, because remember you're at an angle, so if I turn my neck to the side, I'd actually be looking up a little bit. So again, I'm asking for a little bit more body awareness on some of these poses today. Nice. Let's go ahead and take this in. And you might like to have the leg not under the other one. And for a moment, let's do a deer. And all that is going over the leg, so you're still going the direction you just did. But you can do anything that feels right for you. Just drape, compress the belly, rest the head. Give a little shimmy to work yourself deeper into the pose and let go. And return to your smooth breathing, your reflective place. Nice. Let's gently come out of that, and we're going to return back to staff pose so that we can do the other side. So, give me long legs. Show me good posture. Bend the left leg. All right. A, B, C. You decide. Sit up tall. Left hip goes back. Left arm goes back. All right. Front arm is helping to keep the knee rather center aligned. Sit up tall. Lean back from the heart. And then exhale. Settle your eye gaze back. Okay. Nice, let's inhale, sit up, and exhale, come back and find the front again. Let's do what we did last time. Find a mermaid, tucking, the leg's gonna go to the left. Let's tuck things, foot behind the other leg. Lean back on this one. Go ahead, lean back. So that's gonna mean my other hip is off the floor. Straight spine, all right? Give me a little bit of a reach back, just to have a look. Now, drop that hand over the front. Again, resist the temptation to just dump into the pose. Keep long, use the arm. Look back, twist back. You know, let your hips move with you as you twist as well, but now, keep the twist. Move only your eye gaze front. Nice. And we're gonna come out of that. Loosen a little bit the legs for however it's gonna work for you to just surrender. Surrender down. Maybe you're using a support or your arms, okay? Smooth breathing, contemplative mind space. As you exhale, feel that belly be compressed. A lot of what we do can help aid our digestion. And obviously that's good, but from the yogic perspective, that area of the body contains our potential energy. So we want to assist it in processing our food, right? And giving us the energy we need. Okay, let's go ahead and come on up. And we'll do a few things lying back as well. So transition to lying back. Come on back. For a moment, just give me one nice big hug. Nice big exhale. Apanasana. This pose is named for the downward wind. It is associated with letting go. All right. And how do we let go? Things go down and out, energy-wise and otherwise. And let's just do a really, really smooth abdominal exercise. Park those knees over your hips and go ahead, inhale, press the knees away. Maybe you can just touch them with your fingertips, and exhale, then draw knees in. Inhale to press away. And go slow, go slow. Exhale. We're at the end of class, so I especially want you here on the moon. All right, press away. So using your strength gently. What does it mean to use your strength gently and not so in such a heated way? All right, coming out. Nice, and on in. Let's have just a gentle, again, we'll do what we did in the beginning. Put the feet down, make sure that you can touch your heels. And super, remember how we inhaled for, about 4 counts. And then we exhaled super long. And that is a lunar breathing pattern. Notice when you elongate, inhale a smooth amount and exhale longer. When we elongate our exhale, we bring ourselves into cooling. I'd like you to do that a minimum of 3 times. And settle. Let's do a nice round of single leg stretch as well. So you're gonna have let's start by a little preparation here. Kick the right leg up and get it as straight as you can. All right, maybe hand is at calf. Take an inhale, kick the heel up. Exhale, draw nose to knee. Stay there, inhale, kick up one more time. Now freeze that leg where it is, but lower the head. Now if you have more bandwidth, here's a perfect place for using a strap around the heel. I like to use my first 2 fingers around the toe. Neck is relaxed. And in time, as you are more flexible, the free leg can also go long. I'd like this to be a long hold. And when we fold, we give ourselves also the opportunity to facilitate a long exhale. Notice the difference it makes between, a bent leg and a straight leg. I want the leg as straight as it can be. Maybe it's got to be simpler. I want it as straight as it can be because then I'm actually stretching. I mean, you can notice the difference. Bent, don't feel much hamstring stretch. Straighten, oh boy. On your next exhale, give another squeeze. And we will change sides. Okay. Let's start by extending on up, and we'll all set up the same way. Let's place hands on the calves. Take an inhale and kick the heel away. Exhale, draw nose towards knee. Hold there, inhale and intensify. Now try to keep the leg where it is as you rest upper body again. Relax your neck. Play with whatever you need, using your strap. If you're new to yoga, oh boy, use a strap. Another thing to know about cooling in the body is that you can leave the arms open, legs apart, and that is allowing air circulation. Also, the underarms are associated with cooling. Go inwards. Every inhale is just kind of this micro, lengthening of the leg. It's so small, I might not even see it if I was there. And an exhale, a micro kind of, at the navel, draw back. Internal, what we call kriya, an action that's kind of associated with the breath, and it may be so subtle. Some kriyas, we did one earlier, we did the Agnisara kriya standing. And last squeeze. Let's go ahead and bring these feet to come a little bit wide. And give me some windshield wipers as well. Arms wide, and then just go side to side with this. Okay, inhale, center. Exhale, side. Look away. Inhale, center. Exhale, side. Make sure you do even rounds, right and left. Come back into the center, and let's have a nice full body stretch to be our last pose. I want to also say, please do not exit this practice without a moment of relaxation. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Inhale, 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 and then exhale. Just let it go, let it go. And again, now just relax everything. Let the legs be symmetrical, but fall on out. And the arms are away from the body. And I challenge you, do not end your yoga practice without this period of relaxation and rebalancing at the end. It is part of the yoga tradition and serves us on so many levels. Allow the body to settle and absorb. More than that, it's really about letting the practice bring you to a steady state of mind. Let the mind absorb. The ultimate goal of yoga is a mental one. Finding peace. Letting go. Being unattached. Just surrendering for a time, letting your mind be one that does not do, but is more passive. Using this personal time not to check off your to-do list, but to just watch yourself. I encourage everyone to finish their practice feeling like you have recharged your battery, not like the battery has to go back on the charger, okay? Please remain there for another breath. And if you like to roll onto your side, bring your right arm overhead and roll onto your side, knees bent, and take 2 breaths there, 2 or 3. And eventually, let's go ahead and come back on up to seated and finish mindfully as well. Always, always. How about we take hands to Anjali Mudra, placing the thumbs at the third eye, reminding ourselves that we have the power to reason with the intelligence we were born with, intuition. Touch the throat. We have the power to speak truth. Touch the heart. We have the power to act with compassion. If only we can find the courage. Let your practice give you the courage. All right. Namaste, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Go ahead and favorite this class, save it for later if it gave you some sort of challenge or something new that you'd like to revisit. Remember, if you're streaming online with us, we've got the virtual Y subscriptions at only $9.99 a month. So check it out at YMCA of the North. See you next time.
Sarah, and this is cardio dance. Are you guys ready to work out? Let's do it. I woke up feeling like this gon' be my day. I got that poppin' fire every step I take. Living that wild life. To the bag. Go. That's where we want to go. Last 10 seconds. I'm right here with you. Let's do it. Welcome to the Y. My name is Erin. I'm Jennifer. My name is Linda.
My name is Tommy, and today we're going to do a quick step routine.
We feeling like we can conquer the world today?
I wish you all could smell it. It smells so good.
Time. We get stronger in my world. We're going to do it